Had to get a frog out of my throat. All right, so I'll just do a little intro, and then afterwards we will just go around and actually do an introduction, so I don't have to introduce you guys this week. But I appreciate everybody being here. I'm just going to go through my little spiel, and again, if and when Theo shows up, we'll get him up here. All right, welcome to H.E.R 10. The date is November 20th. We've got quite a lineup today. First, I'd like to introduce the speakers, and afterwards we'll go through with a brief introduction round. Co-host here, we got Affirmation. Speaking today, we have One Bull from the Recovery One ambassadors. From the core team, right now we have Soph. We might also have Theo soon. And our H1 Harmony One project of the week is Sem from the Kilopi project. The structure for H.E.R 10 will be introductions, opening statements, updates from the Recovery One ambassadors, One Bull validator, as he's in another part of the world, and I think it's like 11 p.m.-ish or later out there, so we're going to let him go first today. Next, we'll have questions from the community, the pre-submitted questions on the Google form. Then we'll have questions from the audience, time permitted. And then our featured Harmony One project, Kilopi, will be explained by Sem, and we will have questions from the community, time permitting. Quick disclaimer, nothing heard here is financial advice and should be considered educational information and opinions only. Please do your own research. All right, last little bit. Let's kick off H.E.R 10. Welcome to the live listeners and the people listening in the recording. Please share the space to grow the channel. And without any further ado, let's go around. And then after we do some introductions, we will hand it over to One Bull again. So first, I'll kick it over to my co-host. If you just want to introduce yourself and any kind of opening statements.
No, what's up, everybody? Thank you for showing up to the space. Appreciate the crowd. It seems like this is the biggest one we've seen at the beginning of the space. So looking forward to hearing what the community has to suggest or talk about during the space. That's it.
Brief and to the point. All right, sounds good. Welcome, man. We know you're busy. I appreciate all your support, man. One Bull, go ahead, introduce yourself and any kind of opening statement. And again, after we're done doing introductions, we'll come back to you for the Recovery One update.
Okay, thank you for the time. Okay, my nickname is One Bull Validator, and I run our Harmony One node, One Bull Validator, since 2 years ago. So I was active even in bear market to promote Harmony One here in my country, from forum discussion to into seminar, build and manage several artist communities such as Pena Hitam Legion, Ruang Garasi, Board Boys Club. I share my knowledge about technology behind the NFT, how to build and operate the NFT and several NFT marketplace on different chains, build DAOs as well, and now as a member of Recovery One Ambassador Program and Harmony One Indonesia DAO Golf, and also run Harmony One node as One Bull Validator. Thank you, Eric.
Beautiful, One Bull. Also, yeah, please feel free if you have any kind of an X post that you'd like to share in the bubble and or want to pin up top about your validator or anything along those lines. Theo, welcome, and just going around the room doing a brief introduction and opening statement combo. Welcome.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. I'm still recovering from my concussion, so I don't necessarily want to push too much, and I'll probably just limit this to 20 minutes. But short introduction, I kind of lead the initiatives for product and ecosystem growth on Harmony, and then I've been a part of Harmony as like just a community kind of degen in the early days, like 4 years ago, and then back in January joined the core team.
Man, sorry about the concussion. Man, that's rough. But we appreciate you being here. If you've got to cut out, that's fine. Whatever. Appreciate your support. as always, and welcome back. Soph, please brief introduction and any kind of opening statement if you want. Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Soph. You guys, I think, know me before because I was part of the community since 2018, 19, I guess. I joined Harmony as a core team member in 2021, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so it's been like 2 years and a few months now, trying to help Harmony to rebuild Harmony basically and continue developing our network and mostly working on the protocol side of things, but as well working a lot with partners and integrations and everything. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, Soph's one of the main people building the code of Harmony One behind the scenes and engaging the community. And I think he's been here for every single H.E.R. So we appreciate all the support from all the core team members completely. Next we have Sam from the Kilopi project. He actually joined yesterday and we had a good discussion. So I know a lot more about him and his project. He's going to be talking afterwards. And so Sam, yeah, brief introduction and a little opening statement if you want.
Thank you. I'm from Kilopi project, and I'm representing actually huge community of Harmony. So we have a YouTube channel, a community, and a project ongoing. We have been developing on Harmony in the bear market also in the last 2 years, and we will be here for a very long time. So that's it for introduction. Thanks for having me here. Hello to everyone.
Fantastic, welcome. I only see one post on top, so again, if anybody wants to share, you can use the bubble, and it could be up top, and my phone's just not updating because it seems like I have to be on mobile and it works slow. So, all right, so you have a hot mic there, Soph, too. Just wanted to let you know. One Bowl, if you'd like to go ahead and give us a Recovery One Ambassadors update, the floor is yours, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we in Recovery One Ambassador have several programs that engage the community again, and several things we do is create the content to engage community Harmony One. And now we have a conversation with Domino NFT artist Seijin with his collection Phoenix Rising. That will mean maybe we is still on conversation with on Harmony One using NFT minter called Mutant.1. So Mutant.1 is tools that help the NFT artists to focus on the art and promotion. All the technical aspect to build your building page minting will be handled by Mutant.1. So you don't need to have a requirement that you don't need to write the code. Mutant.1 can help the technical side, and it's an easy platform to use for beginner non-technical guys. And then they can also white label also and custom landing page. And the second one, our H.E.R. Recovery One Ambassador, especially selfie, help by Butthead, submit I think AAV recovery proposal governance to AAV governance. So you all guys can help to give support and assistance on the forum, so we can discuss more and get the great achievement on our proposal now. So the solution for this is remove the AAV bad debt by creating 10%, fund to remove the debt by allowing AAV holders to exchange for one. I think there are several things we're still in discussion, and we will share it again in another time, Butthead. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, One Bowl. Thanks for doing the Recovery One update. If people want to learn more about Mutant One, the basics, there is a spaces that we did explaining what it is, and look for some more promotional things in the future. I am also experimenting, and I'll be doing ongoing updates with my exposure to Mutant One and learning how to create NFTs and sell them on Harmony One. So it's kind of cool. It's a one-stop shop to be able to upload NFTs and mint them on Harmony One, and has customer support and other things that I'm learning. So yeah, thanks again, Wumble. Looking forward to hopefully getting a proposal accepted with the Aave community and kind of closing that chapter and moving on with recovery. Did any of the speakers have any questions for Wumble?
I have one question for Wumble. I am curious, which city is he living?
Oh, I am in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Oh, thank you. My wife is
Yeah.
from Indonesia also. Just
Oh.
I am curious. Yeah, I will send a private message to you. I will not troll this conversation. Thank you.
Okay, okay. That's maybe I want to say hello for your wife later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, you can tag Wumble's in Buttland DAO too, so you guys are in there together. Yeah, possible another connection there. All right, I guess we will roll into the questions from the community. I'm just going to go in order. Wumble, if you need to go, you can go whenever. You can hang out whenever. We appreciate your contribution, and I'll talk with you soon, regardless. Theo, also, if you got to go, you got to go. Completely get it, man. Thanks for showing up. All right. First question is, thank you for doing these. When will the first one recovery be deployed? And I think I talked with Soph on this one, and I believe the question is, when will it be? When will the next recovery round come from the HIP 30 V2 recovery? And the answer to that is the funds got sent from the recovery multi-sig to Modulo and Recovery One this week. Modulo has the exchange on, and we're still waiting for the recovery exchange. So that's where we're at with that, and I think that's what the question meant. If it isn't, please reach out for a further explanation there. The next one is the exchange rate for the one assets are going up slowly. I still need 8x to go to 0. Will we make it? I don't know if anybody wants to take that one.
I think just for those two questions, the like additional information on what you said for the first one is that the funds that R1 has received, they're currently in their multi-sig, and I think they're having some issues with the multi-sig. So then we're just waiting on the Protofire team on that end, and then as soon as that's kind of settled, then we're good to go because all the funds are there. And then the second one, I think that also ties into one of the later on questions of kind of, oh, like, can I offload my recovery for like 50%? Like, I just want to get out now, kind of like these, I guess, more over-the-counter trades. And that's something that I think we've mentioned at a previous H.E.R, and then we've kind of talked around the ecosystem as well to try to see if there's people who can build it, but kind of building this over-the-counter market so that there's more ways of kind of recovery, right? Like you can follow the normal recovery and you wait for the monthly kind of allocations, or there's an ongoing active market for over-the-counter trades where people can just list and say, hey, like I want 20% right now or something, and then someone in the community can say, yeah, sure, like I'll take that trade, or I'll do that exchange. So it just gives another avenue of recovery.
Thanks, Theo. Appreciate it. Yeah, Protofire team is very helpful. I think they're just small but mighty, and I can speak from experience. The Harmonauts DAO had some issues with the Gnosis SIG, multi-sig, and the Protofire team was able to get that going. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting on that and hopeful. All right. I'll just say full disclosure. So I'm on the recovery multi-sig custodian group, and I was able to initiate the transaction. So that was pretty cool. I documented it, the time and amount, and it was pretty exciting to get the first round of recovery, round 14 or round 1, whatever we want to call it now with the new HIP30 v2 post recovery. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do this next question, and I also posted a X post up on top. So since you're here, Theo, has Theo had the chance to have a look at our messaging DApp? I'll just people can refer to the tweet on top. It's metasm.online. Do you think the team would add it to their marketing strategy in order to increase the number of transactions on the mainnet if we deploy the smart contracts there? And just a little personal side note, I've been working with Meta Class 1, and I've checked out the site. You can see up on top the interaction there. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like a SocialFi project that's currently live on testnet on Harmony. So yeah, I'll hand it over to you, Theo, to see if you played around with it or if you're interested.
Yeah, thanks. I definitely got a chance to play around with it, and I think in terms of the initiative for more on-chain transactions, I think it's perfect, especially for a chain like Harmony of fast finality and cheap fees. Like in terms of messaging, it's ideal. I think I would probably get into a group chat, and maybe you can help set that up after this and kind of get more details, and then that can get kind of translated into marketing material, and then you can get things potentially listed on the main website. And again, for those as well, either Soph and I, if people want to, they can send messages to us on Telegram, or let us know if there's kind of projects as well that you guys would like to highlight or share different progress on. Yeah, that's something that I think we'd be able to do.
Cool. That is exciting. It really is. Because I know MetaClass has been working hard. He also has a validator. He said he understands. He has a kind of a language barrier, from what I understand. So I'm kind of his spokesperson. But he has a validator. He understands that the grants isn't going, but any kind of support, like supporting the validator, MetaClass validator, would work. And he's also in Buttland DAO, and I'm gonna get him his own channel set up there to kind of move forward. And I think he was just kind of waiting to see if there's any interest to go onto the mainnet. But yeah, we'll touch base later, and Theo, I'll touch base with you as well. That's exciting. Let's see. Oh, it's an exciting one. I missed this one. So, hi, may I know the new lending protocol is? Let's see. Hi, may I know if the new lending protocol is created by the Harmony One team? I don't see them promoting. Thank you, guys. So yeah, I'd definitely like to know as much details that you would like to provide about that, guys. That's super exciting.
Yeah, so this is something that is in collaboration with Protofire. So it's like similar to the safe development, and then the swap as well. So this is kind of the next evolution of a DeFi initiative. Currently, there are still changes that we're making to it, and I think the link and everything was revealed too early, and then currently I don't know. I don't think the link should work from the main page. And then I tried to make a statement, but I could have made it more public, that I would say kind of to be safe is to hold off and wait for exactly what you mentioned, like wait for the promotion, the tweets from the main account. That would be the main indicator that it's safe to go into, and that it's all ready to go. But yes, that is something that is in development. It's something that we've been working on, and yeah, we're almost there to release to the public.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, so it's out, but it's definitely in development. So people, please be patient till it comes from the main account. Got it. All right, but it is coming. All right. This might be a Soph question coming up here. Why were the validators' staking requirements raised to the point where validators were unelected? Isn't it better to have more validators?
So the staking requirement is not something that we actually control, right? It's all based on the network, okay? Because the network is permissionless, so anyone can join in, and we should abide to those rules, right? Which says that we need to have a certain stake into the validators, right? So that your own stake allows you to be part of the numbers of validators, okay? So now, of course, we made some changes into the parameters of that protocol, right? But the actual staking requirement is actually dynamic. It's a dynamic number. It's not something that we can control. And we saw that since the beginning, even with simulators and everything, we couldn't really come up with what would be the actual network state at day one of HIP30, right? So, I mean, right now this is what it is. There is way for us to work together to improve that, so that we can have eventually more validators, right? But you know, it's something that we have to work hand in hand, okay? And depending on the solutions, some are easy to implement, others are more difficult. I have in my mind right now something that we could reduce the internal voting power, right? And at the same time as well, increasing the numbers of slots available. I've read some good ideas on the chat that we could, for instance, increase the coefficient in the EPOS calculation from 35% to 50%, right? So all those stuff all those are easy stuff that we could schedule, okay? Difficult changes are like revamping EPOS completely, you know, because that we need lots of testing or those stuff, so that's very risky. But if really there's a need to, and I want, if when whatever proposal is being approved, and if we have that capacity to implement, then yes, why not? Okay. But yeah, I mean, better to have more validators, right? But in here, the objective wasn't to have more validators, but reduce the numbers of BLS keys that transit on the network, so that we can ease the path to the 1 second finality. Okay, so that was the main objective here, along with some of the recovery objectives. Yeah.
Right on. That's important to know that this is just part of the path to 1 second finality. And while you're there, and while I mentioned it, what is there an estimated time that we could have 1 second finality on Harmony, or is it just too far out, or do you have any kind of updates there?
No, I don't have yet any updates. So if you were to only use SHA-1 can already do 1 second, for instance, right? We still need to look at SHA-0, and see what other technological improvements we can do to achieve that. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's cool. So you just to be clear, you said that Shard 0 is running on 1 second finality?
No, I said SHA-1 can already do 1 second. Okay.
Oh, okay.
SHA-0 lists some improvement and some changes. Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Cool. All right. Next question. Will Treasury continue to contribute to recovery, or is it all to come from staking rewards from the HIP-30 V2?
Joe, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I can take this one, and then I'll head out. Unfortunately, yeah, this is a pretty big one, because this is a transition. So the recovery from funds from HIP-30 will be now the sole kind of contributor. And this is something that also in the future, and bull markets and everything can kind of change back. I see kind of grants and everything in a similar light. But in our current state, that's it's more of a I guess imperative that the funding goes more towards DeFi and towards development for utility on chain. Because we've kind of seen like, okay, like when people are recovered, what do they do? And if people are being recovered and they're receiving funds, but then there's not really much to do on Harmony, then it's kind of like a leaky bucket. And then in terms of the funds, we haven't fully made an announcement on that part. I'm still trying to see if there's a way that we can kind of incorporate either a DeFi fund or GameFi potentially, kind of something that we can use, that we can kind of allocate the funding directly to, so that the community can easily trace and say like, okay, like these funds used to be going here, but now they're going into this DeFi project or that DeFi project or GameFi or something, right? Rather than saying like, oh, we're going to use it for ecosystem development. But currently, that's the current directive and current initiative is to kind of transition the funds, the foundation funds, away from recovery and towards DeFi.
Beautiful. And I think I heard you say you got to go. Just wanted to throw this kind of my own second part into that question. So, can I assume that maybe the 200 million won from the staking initiative and maybe the rewards too can be going into those things you mentioned, like the DeFi game grants and stuff like that? Or can you speak to exactly where the funds might be being used, or the main focus, the top priority?
I can't speak exactly where they're going at this point, but yes, you're exactly correct that it would align very similarly, right? Like wherever these DeFi, GameFi initiatives, funds, hackathons, whatever they may be, they'll be used for the same thing, if not exactly the same, in order to kind of boost as quickly as possible.
Fantastic. Thanks, man. So it's been like 32 minutes. Do you have any kind of closing statements, and we'll let you cut out? Or
not just excited to be here again. That's the last one. I was definitely not in a place where I could even do 20 minutes. So this is nice. And then seeing everybody again. And thank you everyone to coming out. Thank you to the hosts, and then Sam from Kilopi. I can't wait to hear the recording after and kind of listen in. And looking forward to kind of the next phase, kind of the winter of Harmony, and something that I think we can all be proud of, that we're all here and all still pushing, and the core team is still developing. So it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, it is definitely. I'm getting excited every day. Theo, I'll reach out to you about the MetaClass project, and hopefully, if you can have any connections, you could, if you vet the space later, you can maybe share it. I'd appreciate that and anybody that can share the spaces, we appreciate it, so we can grow the channel and grow the outreach, grow the questions, any of that. So, all right, appreciate it. Yes, we'll let you cut out whenever, and I'll just keep moving along here. Thanks again, Theo. Speaking of Theos, I think this next question would be for the other Theo on the Harmony core team, but I'm just going to go ahead and ask it and see what Soph says. So, what pros would the new voice AI app bring to the Harmony ecosystem? Will there be an Android version?
So I don't have the answer, unfortunately. Maybe what we could do for such questions is that we can take those offline, and we somehow share the answer. I don't know for how to share those answers yet. Okay, but internally we can reach out to the other field and then get this answer being shared somehow. Yeah, but I don't have the answer for that.
Can we assume that they're hoping to build an Android version?
I hope, because I was seeing them on iOS, so I couldn't have them with the testing, right? But yeah, that's my hope as well.
Because I'm not gonna switch to Apple just for that. I love Harmony and everything, but I'm not that diehard, I guess. So come on, we want Android. All right, here, getting close here on the to the end of the pre-submitted. Mic's on. Will the max limits be set higher for Recovery 1 voters now that more assets will be deployed onto Recovery? Thank you.
So that answer, I won't be able to do it as well, because it's something that the Recovery partners will have to work the details, right? On our end, we just try to facilitate those payments, that the first one that we just did via that multi-sig recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I got notes. I will reach out to Theo that was just on here about MetaClass. I'll reach out to Matt Barrett about getting a better answer on the last question, and I'll reach out to we're going to call him AI Theo about the AI questions. So hopefully we can get some answers. Yeah, we can either put them on the next week's H.E.R or get a statement that maybe they can attach onto the space or something like that. Any possibility to let myself get bought out early with a higher rate? I would leave right now for a 50% rate. Two old, one asset for one new asset. One asset. I don't know.
So the answer here is unfortunately no. Okay, because mainly we are trying to be fair with everyone, right? And when we say fair, right, is so that there is no preferences for a certain group of people. Okay, it's the same thing as when the bad debt wasn't following the 1 out of 10 of the recovery, right? That was something that wasn't fair for the DPEX asset, right? And in here, what we are trying to do is to have everyone on the same level, be it you are a small wallet or be it you are a VC, you know. So that's why that answer would be a no, basically, to that question. Yeah.
I got you. I mean, it's a almost impossible question, but appreciate it. The next question is a 3-parter. There's 2 parts I submitted, and then I just added one. So we'll just take it one question at a time to keep it more easy to understand. All right. So what are some value propositions would you like to see from DAOs?
Mm-hmm. to me, anything that could help the Harmony network and ecosystem to grow. Okay, so we used to have, for instance, the developer DAO, for instance, right? That was pretty active and helping with developer questions and all those stuff, right? But basically anything that could help out the network. So for instance, the community DAO could have been the one that we are doing for the H.E.R session that we do every 2 weeks, right? Those sessions are very helpful because we want to rebuild the community and show that the core team is still here building and caring about their community, basically. So any DAO that would contribute into those aspects, would be the ones that would support. Yeah.
All right, a quick little disclaimer. So Affirmation is actually a governor from the CDAO. So I mean, he's and someone asked too. He's actually the one that does the graphics. He's done a lot for the CDAO. CDAO is kind of grouped up with the Harmonauts DAO, just because we're in the bottom of the bear and there's no like support from the top. So we're just kind of our own people. There's only like 4 or 5. Maybe 10 people active, so we kind of banded together. So just full disclosure, so the CDAO is here. CDAO or the VDAO or the Dev DAO, they've all been here for every single H.E.R. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Thanks.
So I mean, they are there. So yeah, I mean, I think what the person and myself, we're just looking for support. If there was bad blood before, let's reach out and see how the CDAO can be, or the community DAO can be lifted up again to be, the best it can be for Harmony. I know it had core team support. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there before that. Now it doesn't. So if we can do something there, it'd be great. Let's see. So I kind of along those, I don't know if you can speak anymore, just to try to get you as much as I can. What metrics should DAOs keep to bring the most value to the community?
Numbers of users that those DAOs has reached out. Okay. If there are any numbers of transactions on chain, right? Anything that could show that DAO is actually a success, for instance, right, if I were to be CDAO and wanted to look how those H.E.R sessions are being success, right, I would start counting the numbers of questions, numbers of attendees into those sessions, right? There would be some kind of the metrics that I would be using to understand if those are actually a success or not. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I think anything related to users and that shows the engagement, basically. So I can't say, for instance, community DAO could be as well be based on numbers of tweets or numbers of users or, those kind of numbers that could show the engagement, okay? Be it bad or good, right? We could, for instance, try to get the numbers of messages being sent on Discord or Telegram. I don't know, right? But anything that could show engagement, basically, okay? Because engagement and would be showing the growth of the network through user interactions with our community channel, for instance. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that would be what I would suggest here. No, I don't have a definitive answer, right? But I guess for each DAO, they will have their own metrics to look at, basically.
Yeah, that's a really, really tough question, but that's a really, really good answer too. So I really appreciate it. The last part I threw in there, just the easy part. So like I mentioned before, we have a monthly super space, we call it right now, with the community DAO and the Harmonauts DAO. And we still haven't set the time or the date, but would maybe a member of the core team be interested in learning more about that, do you think? Or could we try to promote that a little more? Or is there something we can do to make the core team happy to try to support that kind of thing?
So I think we can attend, no issue. We just have to understand the timing and how long it takes, right? And how often. So I don't see any major problem here if you just talk about time, right? I think we can make time for those kind of session if really is valuable for the community, right? Because if there's no value for the core team to be present, right, then no point for us to be there, right? But if the community think that having a core team member present into that meeting, just let us know, what are those values, yeah, and then you can try to arrange a time for that.
Great. We appreciate you, and I really appreciate your dedication to the Harmony ecosystem roundup. You've been coming for, I don't even know, I think at least 3 months, maybe more. I don't know. Time's kind of relative anymore. That concludes the pre-submitted. I will ask my co-host if he has any questions, and then if there's anybody in the audience, try to come up to the stage and we'll see if we can get your questions answered. And again, I'm monitoring the main Harmony channel, Harmony chat right now too, if there's like a communication barrier. So thanks.
Was that my cue?
QQ.
All right. I was just kind of wondering what the core team thought about actually there's a group of individuals that are involved in multiple DAOs within the ecosystem that have been discussing behind closed doors about actually combining all the DAOs to remove all these communication barriers. I was wondering if the core team would be interested in supporting that type of adventure.
So I think we have to see the detail, right, and the benefits of doing such changes, right? Because right now, I can't answer the questions without really understand the pros and cons and whether there's really a need of doing so. Yeah.
All right. So basically, what I'm gathering is we got to, kind of submit something about like a value proposition of what value does it bring actually to the system.
Yeah.
And that's actually fairly simple. Yep, we'll work on that collectively.
Yeah, I think that goes back to Soph's answer too. Is what from his perspective, what's needed from these DAOs, or what the core team would appreciate is metrics. So if we can share whatever metrics of people, whatever, we can talk about that later. So they want numbers. We all want numbers, right? So I think that makes it easier, and that I appreciate that answer. Affirmation, do you have some more questions?
No, I think that kind of was an ongoing question between the active DAOs within the ecosystem, and I think the general consensus is an agreement that there's a huge communication barrier between all the DAOs. Like we can't get seen to communicate between all of us because we're all in different places at one time. So yeah, we'll actively work on creating some type of maybe like a pitch deck or something and present it to the team.
Cool. I'm gonna open it up to the floor one last time, and then I have one question, and also one last time I'll mention if you have a question that you'd like to type into the Harmony One main Harmony Discord, Harmony chat channel. I'm looking at that too. So my final question, Soph, is there any kind of update that you can give about the DApp radar tracking the Harmony One blockchain? Or rather, not tracking.
So right now, from what I know, that rather agreement or that we have is on pause, right? That's why you can't see any data related to the Harmony network, right? Whether the data will be back, that one I think is discussions that we need to have with that radar. You guys may guess, I think they ask for money, right? So for now, I don't have further detail, okay? But to me, I understand that we have some applications or the apps still running on Harmony, right? And they were dependent on that radar to understand the their user engagement, right? For instance, Nine Impedance feedback to me on that, right? They were using that radar for that aspect, but we don't have a lot of the app currently running on Harmony that would, for us, maybe justify to, I don't know, pay how much they ask, you know. So to me, for now, it's on pause, right? And when the times come, maybe we can resume that partnership with them. So yeah.
Sounds good. I appreciate your honesty, Soph. All right, we're at 50 minutes. I guess no one's asked to come up or asked questions. I'll give you an opportunity if you wanted to exit. You can do like a closing statement. Otherwise, you're welcome to hang out, and we'll get an update and a description of a new project that's building on Harmony One from SEM and the Kilopi project. So just I wanted to give Soph just a chance to, if you wanted to go, you can do a closing statement. If you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. So just.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay another 10 minutes just to listen for the Kilopi project, okay? And I just go at the at 11:30 my time. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right, Sam. Without any further ado, please take it away. Give a description of what you're doing, what you've been doing, and anything, however you'd like to update the Harmony One community. So appreciate you being here, and the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, and thanks for having me. Thanks for having us, and thank you for the explanation, Soph. And Theo was here, and I have been listening to him as well. So before starting about Kilopi, I would like to say Theo mentioned that they are working on providing some maybe small grants for the applications to bring activity on chain, and then they will try to show the metrics again, as I guess. So maybe as I get some information from Soph as well, they're trying to provide the applications, bring some activity, and then they will try to reopen the AppRadar tracking system. So we are waiting for this also. We are patient, no problem on that. But in this topic, what I would like to say is, I have sent a message to Theo previously, but he did not see it. It's okay, no problem. So providing some very small grants to the applications, as I know right now, MetaClass 1 is building, and you have some DIOs for the long time. So if somehow Harmony can provide some grants, I just want to give an example about Kilopi. Kilopi will openly put that grant into liquidity on swap.harmony.1. So we are not searching for getting some grants for us. So the basic idea in blockchain and being decentralized, organized globally, actually it should work like this. You need to build your application on a chain. You need to bring the activity. You need to bring the community. And if there is a grant, you should not chase for huge grants, and you need to use that grant to getting expanded. So these are the ideas. We will wait, we will keep building. no issues on that. So Theo told that he's gonna check these conversations later on. I don't know if he will be able to or not. It doesn't matter. But yesterday we introduced Kilopi project thanks to you, Butthead. So we have a video about that. Also, I will send it to Soph. Maybe he can share with Theo. Things will be very clear. And now I will give a very brief introduction since I cannot share my screen about Kilopi. So basically, we have been developing on Harmony for the last 2 years, and in the beginning phase, we were following the grants situation. Harmony was giving some grants, but we did not ready for applying a grant. But in that time, an hack incident happened, and then the bear market arrived, and then we lost our chance. But we told ourselves just keep building, no matter what, because this technology will come up in the near future. So we have an education system inside of ourselves. We have a YouTube channel. We are searching for lots of projects, and we are improving ourselves about developing decentralized applications. So we built this Kilopi project 2 years ago, and then we have been adding some decentralized applications so far. From that point, right now we have 4 applications running on Harmony Chain, and 2 more are on the way in 2024, and we have huge plans for 2025 and later on. Our main chain is Harmony blockchain. So there are many reasons that why we chose Harmony chain, and even in the bear market without grants, we moved on because we have checked many chains, and we clearly can say that Harmony chain is a great layer 1. So we have experience on Tron blockchain, we have experience on Ethereum and some layer 2s and some other layer 1s. And Harmony chain is great because it's EVM compatible, and the sharding is working really great. So yes, some changes have been made in the last 2 weeks. So sharding is being decreased, and it's a correct decisions for us. It's okay. So, but the main chain is working great, and 1 second finality will bring a better situation, and 2 seconds is still enough. And we are very happy using Harmony chain. So everything works very smooth, and 4 of our application has been running greatly. So I would like to give very brief information about these DApps. One of them is poll application. We have an interior poll within the community. We have been using it for decision making for the content of the research within the community again. So we have been researching other projects, new technologies. We are trying to catch up with everything. It's some kind of hard, but we are doing it very carefully. So one application is a DAO application. We are taking some interior decisions again within the community. So generally, the language is Turkish in the last 2 years, but right now we have started to switch to English slowly, and it's going to happen in 2024 fully. So one of our application is an MMO game, and Theo already know about that a bit. And we have developed an Ultima Online server. It's an MMO server. Players have been playing, and there's an in-game gold, which is a decision maker for the value of in-game items. And players can convert their in-game goals to the LOP tokens, the Kilopi tokens, very easily. It's taking 1 click and 5 minutes. 1 click and wait 5 minutes, and the tokens are coming to your MetaMask wallet on Harmony chain. So the last decentralized application, which have been working for the last 1.5 years, and this is our top application. This is a pure strategy game, a turn-based Web3 strategy game, and it's fully on-chain, and it's 100% on Harmony chain. And we have made over 1 million transactions in 2023 on Harmony chain. But as you know, we cannot use the radar very clearly right now. We cannot show it, but we understand. First of all, we need to bring more activity to the chain, and then hopefully the bear market will be over soon, and then things will be working better. So we have lots of future plans for 2024. 2 applications on engineering will come on chain again on Harmony chain. And later on, we have a very ambitious 2 projects. I cannot give too many details right now, But we are still improving ourselves about the blockchains, about decentralized applications, smart contracts, security. Those things are going on. Meanwhile, we have a very clear tokenomic system. It's a deflationary tokenomic system. The total supply is decreasing every time the decentralized applications of the project is being used. And that's the main idea. So I think this introduction will be enough. Thanks for having me again. So if anyone has any kind of questions in here or later on, we are fully open.
Beautiful explanation. And again, it was a pleasure getting to know you yesterday and seeing the team join Buttland DAO. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully we can grow our relationship there and help each other out as needed. I think you did a great job describing what it was, what the Kilopi's building. I'm just going to go through real quick, and if you wanted to just give a short answer, I gave you the answers or the questions earlier, but we'll just kind of run through to get some kind of main bullet points. All right. So what are the main goals of this project?
The main goal, actually, this Masters of Management game is our top product right now. We want to make it a very successful product in the industry. It's very ambitious. Yeah, we have a lot to do right now, but in time, we believe this product will catch up the other ones in the gaming industry. So there are lots of games in the last bull market. Defi Kingdoms was doing really great, and some other games like Alienverse, etc. We want to be in the industry in the top 10 with this Masters of Management strategy game. We want to make this game a cult game, like a global, everybody knows who plays strategy. And then after that successful path, we want to create another game. It's extremely ambitious, and we want to make it fully playable, whatever the device the player is using, and whatever the style the player wants to play with. And there will be lots of explanation in 2024 about that game. So main goal is being the top one of the project and stay in the industry lifetime.
Great answer. Also, I wanted to mention I was able to share the YouTube that you created yesterday. It's both on the top in this chat, and it's also in the bubble, so it can be shared afterwards. So hopefully people can get as much viewability on there. Next question: is this a multi-year project? How long have you been building so far?
So we have been building for the last 2 years, I can tell, and these last 2 years we are trying to make our expenses, the cost, as less as we can. So we are a decentralized team, very small team. So everything is sustainable right now, and we are trying to create the products as decentralized as we can. So the maintenance cost is extremely low also. So while working in this way, we believe that we can make this project for lifetime, and we want to give this project to our children. So it's a multi-year project and multi-year project. Yeah.
We all love that. Longevity. All right. Why did you choose Harmony One blockchain?
While choosing Harmony blockchain, we have searched extremely so many layer 1 and layer 2s. We have a very deep detailed Excel files about choosing a chain. So the main point, there were some good chains in the industry at top 50, as I can say, but we wanted to choose a blockchain layer 1, which is a standalone blockchain, not layer 2, and EVM compatible, which is easy to develop decentralized applications, and the market cap should be a little bit lesser than the top 50 project. That's why we wanted to choose a potential to grow together with the chain. So we have checked the layer 1 blockchains, EVM compatible layer 1 blockchains below to the 50 level. in the industry, and we chose I can tell like 4 chains, maybe 4 chains, and we tried making some example decentralized applications on all of them, and then we were happy on Harmony, and then we chose Harmony.
Beautiful. Yeah. One of the key takeaways I gathered from yesterday was that it goes along with what you're saying. You want to let this is an opportunity for people to get in early and support the project and grow with the project. So it leaves a lot of room for new people to grow with the project. That's great.
Yeah.
This is a multi-part question. So what is the name of your token? Where is it located? And are there any benefits to locking/staking it?
Basically, we have a staking application like all the other projects. And as you know, the layer 1 blockchains has their own coins and you can stake them, you can validate or delegate. But for the tokens, it's working differently. The token supplies are generally fixed. In our project also, the total supplies is fixed, and every time the applications are being used, the token supply is decreasing, burning some tokens automatically. So if you get some tokens, you will be sure about that, the deflationary ecosystem. And also, if you want to use staking system, you will get like around 2% in a year an inflation reward only inside of the staking application. But actually, we are advising our community to not to stake. If they want to stake, they can stake. The application is very clean and easy to use. But if they create a small amount of liquidity, we think it will be better for them and it will be better for the project. So right now we are advising to go to the swap.harmony.1 and then create a basic liquidity and play around, learn the basics, and then if they want, they can bring more liquidity. So if you create a liquidity every time a transaction happens, you can get around like 1% like fee, and every time a fee is getting as a reward, and you know the token is deflationary also. We think in time the liquidity will grow up and it's gonna bring more value. So it will be beneficial for all of us, community and the team and the project.
Fantastic. And I apologize if I didn't hear, but what's the name of the token? And do people currently have to add the contract address into swap.harmony.1, or is it available there?
The project name is Kilopi, as you mentioned, and the token is LOP, LOP token. And it's not listed on the main list on swap.harmony.1, but we have given the information to the Protofire team, and they're gonna check it, and hopefully they will put on the main list. But right now, you need to put the smart contract address. Yeah, that's it.
And where to find that in the Kilopi profile or your profile, or where's the best place to find the correct token address for that?
Oh, the Twitter account of Kilopi project, right now it's inside of this conversation. And there is a link to the main page of the project, and you put it also, thank you. And in the webpage, kilopi.net, if you see Harmony token supply, you will see a pop-up, very big. If you click it, you will go directly to the Harmony Explorer page, to token page, and you can see the contract address there, and that's it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, and from our conversation yesterday, let's go here. What chains are you on currently, and do you have any plans to launch on any new chains in the future?
Right now, our main chain is Harmony, and it's gonna be Harmony, the main chain. The side chain, number one side chain is Binance chain. We have decided this decision together with the community. We tried to choose one chain from the top 50 to be on the safe side, kinda safe side. And the third chain, it's gonna be in the below than the top 200 in the CoinGecko, as I can say, because again, we would like to choose a layer 1 blockchain, which is EVM compatible if we want to put some decentralized applications later on. And we are trying to choose a reliable team, a reliable chain with a sustainable growing system. So we have been searching about this third chain in the last, maybe I can say, in the last 6 months, but we are not in a hurry. We will try to decide the best. So we have been in communication with lots of chains. They have some grant systems, etc. But none of them convinced us yet. So in 2024, maybe we will choose one of them. But our main chain will be Harmony. We will continue on Harmony.
Beautiful. Could do one more final reset. If you guys are people that are here now or listening in the future, if you like this space, please repost it. You can do so in the bubble or the post on top. We do have posts on top about projects that have been talked about as well. I think that's what I wanted to say. And last question. So last one of my questions also, if there's people in the audience that want to come up and interact in any way, just to kind of find out what's going on with Kilopi or just want to chime in on H.E.R 10, go ahead and request the mic and I'll get you up the best I can. So yeah, my final question to you would be, how can we support this project and also find out more information about this project?
To find out more information, we have been releasing some videos on the official YouTube channel of the project. It will be the main source, and we have been creating a documentation. It will be reachable on the main website. These two will be enough actually, and we tried to create the website as clear as we can also. And there is a Telegram group if you join it, and if you ask any kind of question, the community will answer. We have a very, very strong community. They're very helpful. And if you want to support the project, we need to reach more community in English-speaking sites. So we have started work on this. You can support us by helping in this topic, and also you can support with putting some small liquidity and play around, and it will be beneficial for you also. It's not an investment advice. It will be beneficial for you also, and it's going to support the project as well.
That's interesting that you brought that up, because it's one of the things I was actually going to ask you. I seen maybe like a few days ago, you had a Kilopi space. And I believe it was in, I don't know what language, I'm assuming Turkish, being that you're from Turkey. Yeah, I was wondering if you did English spaces, but you answered the question already.
Yeah, we have been doing this Turkish Twitter Spaces every Saturday in the last 1 year. One of our team member is responsible for organizing it, and it will continue because he's only speaking Turkish right now. He's in the education on English speaking right now. We're gonna see what will happen for him.
No, awesome, man.
Yeah, they had a if I have my information correct, they have a YouTube in Turkish only, and now you're I think you spoke about it in your introduction. You're trying to transition or grow the second account that's in English and easier for onboarding English speaking people. I think that's what you said.
Yeah, that's correct. We have I have a YouTube channel in Turkish language. It's 17K followers right now, but all organic and very reliable people, because the videos are extremely hard, very technical videos. So we have the hardcore crypto community under my YouTube channel. Right now, we have created an English version of it, and I'm gonna create videos. English is not my native language also. I'm gonna have some hard times in the beginning, but I will try to fix it. I'm working hard on it.
Hey man, you're doing awesome. You're doing great. I just wanted to give
you're actually speaking better than we do. So hats off to you, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you did. That's great. I wanted to give a full disclaimer. Yesterday I have a Sunday meeting on Buttland DAO, and I was expecting just to kind of do a kind of brief description of what was going on, but Sam showed up and he brought his team. I don't know, between 8 and 10 people, and I actually it was the first time in my Discord I got a security notice because so many people joined at once. So I can attest that he has a nice loyal following, and they support him, and I look forward to trying to support the team however I can. So yeah, I completely appreciate you coming on. I don't know where we're at with this affirmation. You got any thoughts of where to go from here?
No, definitely. I think we should explore being, actively involved within the ecosystem. How we could uh, work with Chem on these, like Sorry, not communicating. Like combining perhaps like an LP with his coin and Harmonized OG coin. I don't know. I know we discussed it briefly, but haven't had any formal discussions. We've all been really, really busy. And Chem, I apologize, man. I know you reached out numerous times. This weekend was a little busy for me, and hopefully we can link up soon, man.
Yeah, I'll throw that out on recording and full disclosure too. I mean, we're both also Harmonauts DAO Discord DAO governors too, which has the Hog token, and we're actively trying to get some of our supply out of Hog. So yeah, if we could LP our tokens together, that might be a potential partnership type thing in the near future. So I just wanted to throw that out publicly, and yeah, thanks for bringing that up, information. All right, nobody has posted on Discord on the main one. Nobody's requested to come up. So, and there's 3 speakers. I'll go around backwards on my screen, and I guess we'll go ahead and close this up. We really did great today on the time. I'm pretty patting myself on the back here. Hour and 15 minutes so far, maybe an hour and a half altogether. So yeah, Sam, I'll just hand it over to you. Any kind of closing thoughts about anything in general? It could be about your project or whatever.
If you're talking, I think you're muted. Well,
Oh, he's having a
oh, is that a
connection.
no?
I think he's having connection issues. That's cool. We'll try to draw it out here. You can kind of give us some affirmation thoughts, and I'll try to make something up for a second. I'll see if we can get him back up here.
Yeah, no problem. No, glad to see like active projects building. Chem has actually we've been playing direct message tag for seemingly over a year now, and finally we got to interact with a few spaces. I know he's been actively building, had his head down during this entire bear run, so hats off to him. Hopefully we can do some type of collaboration and create a better ecosystem for all. That's all I have.
Right on. Yeah, thanks for let's see, I'm trying to get him up here. 1 second. Trying to bring you up. Should be good there. Yeah. I'll let you go, and then I'll try to close this out. If you have the speaker position, go ahead and say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Oh. Just trying to get some closing thoughts, and it could be about the project or the space or whatever, the weather.
All right, thank you. Sorry for the connection issues. Thanks for having us in here. We are happy to be in here also. We are happy to keep building. And affirmation, everything is okay. Everybody is busy. And it's 1 year, yeah, it's okay. But things takes time, I know it. So let's try to do the best we can. See you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Affirmation had a personal weekend. He's normally on the Sunday meeting, but I shared the space yesterday, and I just wanted to give a high five to Affirmation for bringing you guys to Buttland and my attention and getting you in there so we could get you onto the H.E.R space. I'm glad it all worked out. I appreciate everybody that's in the call now and everybody listening. I'm definitely open for any kind of suggestions of what the community wants. I try to get the Google form out as quick as possible. I'll have it within the next like 48 hours. I'll have it out for H.E.R 11. So my goal and ask of anybody listening is to fill it out. Let's get some questions on there. We keep getting the AI questions. We can hopefully get the both Theos on here, and he can explain some of that. I know he's kind of like most of us on here. We're not public speakers, but we're just forced to do it because it's a necessity. So either way, we can get people on here. We can get people to interact with the Google form. I think that's like one of the biggest ways we can grow this space. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for being here. We did really fantastic on time. I'm still amazed. I don't know if my clock's right. Yeah, let's look for the next H.E.R will be in 2 weeks. Follow people that are in here, and I guess we'll go ahead and conclude H.E.R 10. I appreciate everybody, and look forward to the next one.
Thank you so much for everything.
Love the sound effects. I don't know what I'd do without the affirmation. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody, and we'll see you around social media.